Good morning.
Morning.
Everybody here, ready for the psychic extravaganza and celebratory 45 minutes of life, right? We're two ancient semi-enlightened broads, aren't we, Dot?
We are very ancient and extremely semi-enlightened.
Yeah, to the max.
And so everyone is ready today with a question. And this particular program, Simone and I, are tuning in intuitively to questions from these wonderful people who were chosen by us by name drawing. And they were gracious enough to want to come on camera with us for this particular episode of Two Ancient Semi-Enlightened Broads Schmoozing on Life. And believe me, today this is beyond.
Yes, this is beyond the beyond. I wanted to ask, is there anybody here that does not want their birthday mentioned? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Me.
Me too.
Too bad, Mama.
You're out of there.
Okay, are we beginning?
We are.
Ms. Dadich in the right corner down there.
Hi.
The Italian Audrey Hepburn. Go ahead.
Thank you. Go on.
What would you like to ask, my dear?
The biggest question that comes to me, and I let it rise up in this moment, I have a big move coming starting tomorrow to Sonoma. And obviously there's a lot going on right now with Mama Earth and fires. And I'm just looking to see what the first biggest next step for me is. I felt like this move brings a lot of growth with it. And I'm really curious to see what Spirit is calling me to do as I move into this next phase of life.
Okay. You want to start, Dawn?
Well, yes, of course. Amy, I think that right now you have an opportunity to sort of reassess your life. And not that you had assessed it incorrectly before, but some things have occurred in your life and you've looked at yourself a little bit differently. You've looked at life a little bit differently. And right now is the perfect time for you to trust. Mm. And that's what I'm getting. It's about trusting guidance, trusting that you, if I have ever known anyone who's sort of in the palm of, if we may say, God's hands, I think you know that you are. And right now is not a time for you to worry, not a time for you to, what's the word I want? Go into chaotic thinking.
Right.
And your need right now to be centered and to be peaceful with yourself. And Simone?
Yeah, you know, Amy, I was looking at your birthday and I was looking at your chart, and you know, that 20 that you're born on, or you know, April 20th. That too is always trying to work with you around relationship with yourself, relationship with your friends, relationship with the outer world, and how to learn to take care of yourself first. Mm. And it's right on the cusp, you know this, between Aries and Taurus. And you are, right now, you are in a number 1 year. So it's more energy than you've had in a long time. I feel like it's really starting to mount up. Mm-hmm. And I asked, what is this move going to be like for you? Because you're going up into the Sonoma area. And, you know, the first card I got was interference, mental interference, though. So I don't feel like this is, you know, fires on the land or anything like that. I just feel like there are going to be many opinions. And you have to remember that, too, that you're born on not to buy in too much to other people's stuff. Okay? It's really important. Then you got the magician, which is, you know exactly how to, you know, circumvent anything that comes up for you. You're a master at that. I've seen you do it over and over and over again. Then you got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a really great thing that you decided to do with your husband. And it's got lots of good energy around it. And to treat it like it's a Wheel of Fortune moment, you know, whatever that means to you in terms of, I think we talked about this, walking the land, knowing the spirits of the land as you move in and of the house. And because that's partnership 2. That's another 2 for you. And you're so good at that. And inviting them to know you at a deeper level, I think that's very important. It's what's going on environmentally right now. Now, is it tomorrow that they're coming to pick up your stuff?
Starting to pack, and we're meant to move on Tuesday.
Good. That's very exciting.
It is. It is. We're excited.
Are you happy?
Yeah, we are. We are.
Good. And anything else you want to add, Doc?
No. Thanks.
Thank you.
Any little caveat or anything you want to ask, Amy?
No, that gives me the peace I was looking for. Thank you.
No, it looks really good. It looks really bright.
Great. Thank you.
We need that right now. We need some bright moments.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Or Mariah, who she isn't, that's your daughter's name, or Maria, which would you like?
Okay.
So what would you like us to look at for you?
Well, I am a hairdresser and a fitness trainer. So as we know, there's no more hairdressers that are able to work right at this moment. So I am kind of torn between the fitness and the hairdressing and what I should be doing. I know that I'm here to probably service people, but I'm kind of in an idle of what to do with my business. And sometimes I'm pulled on the fitness side, I'm pulled on the hair side, and I'm just kind of wondering where I should go with that.
Plus, it's your birthday today.
It's my birthday. Yes, it is today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's great.
Do you want me to start, or how would you like to do this, Doc?
I was picking something up with her, and the fitness training has been something, when I'm tuning into you, has been something that has been very important to you. It's almost like it came in a little bit later than the hair. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a part of you that enjoys that more because you begin to see the health and wellness of people growing, and they becoming stronger. Mm-hmm. And for you right now, it's the healer part of you.
Yes.
And it's that part of you that is so important to you, and it feels like you have a sense of making a greater difference when you're doing that kind of work. And sometimes when we're in the middle of a crisis, as we are, it causes all of us to look at our lives a little bit differently and begin to shift our priorities and shift our perceptions. Mm-hmm. And I think that this is an opportunity for you to really start dealing with what's really important to you. Mm-hmm. To get into that, I'll say, that healer energy that you have. And it doesn't mean that hairdressing isn't possible a little bit later, but right now you have an opportunity to make a big difference in people's lives. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, we just recently talked, and because you're born on a 23/5, you're so good at so many things. And I think sometimes that can cause a restlessness or like, what do I do now? There's so many things that are available to me. And I picked a card for you, and what came out was the Lovers. And because I asked, well, what would be for her highest good? So it must be something that you're impassioned by. It must give you energy. It must feed you and nurture you. What of the things that you've done answers that for you?
Well, I probably like to make people feel good. I mean, I when they start feeling better and they have more energy and, you know, things that they never thought they could do before, they're able to do. So that makes me feel really good because I know they're progressing to get better.
So, you know, this is a 17-8 year you're starting right now. Today's a 17-8 day. What does that mean? Well, it's about really embodying yourself and being in the consciousness of working with the physical body is really, really strong, and consciousness through the body. And you're such a nice blend of spiritual realm and very pragmatic and grounded because you're very earthy, got that really earth energy going too. I think maybe it's not, the question really isn't what do you want to do. I think it's more how to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you're so creative. I've known you so long, how many years? And I mean, I've seen you be a sculptor. I've seen you be a painter. I mean, I've seen you do essences. I mean, and be, you know, just a healer to the max. It needs to be in a way that supports you, not just financially, but in a way that supports your spirit. It's not overwhelming for you. So, you know, I believe we talked about a structure that you would build yourself where people could come, actually right in your yard. That might work for you, something like that.
Okay.
And also, because you're so creative, we talked also about a book or a workbook to help people feel good about themselves. And all the different ways that you know how to do that for them. I'm going to choose one more card. Dorothy, is there anything you want to say?
Not at this moment.
Well, you got the Magician too. So, you know, invent.
Invent.
Have the strength to do it now. Take some risks. Don't listen to everybody else. Stay with yourself and keep asking, is this for my highest good? Listen deeply. Because out of all of this, you know, you got the Lover's card, and some might say your lover is the source. Your true lover is the source. So bring that source through for us in whatever you feel the most impassioned about. I don't think there's going to be any problem. I just think it's overwhelming right now for a lot of people.
Yes. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Who's next? Gabrielle Longy. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Yes.
Good. So, Dot, what would you like?
Well, Gabrielle, what is your question for today?
Okay. Well, I had a little difficulty with this, but I have been feeling the call to move out of Los Angeles. I don't know where and I don't know when, but I've just had this feeling that I should do that. It's also dependent on, I have a business situation in Lahaina, Maui, and the entire island is closed. It's collapsed. And everything is in chaos, and it's hard to make plans because, you know, things change every day. And I'm just wondering, Hawaii, do you have any feeling about what might happen? And will they get it together over there?
Yes, they will.
Very good feeling.
It's going to take a little while, as it is for all of us who. It isn't just Hawaii; it's every state and every city and so on. But yes, they will, and it's almost as though the planet is on hold And it's not ending, it's just on hold. And for you right now, Gabrielle, from what I'm getting, it would be, it's more, don't do anything right now. Step back, center yourself, and just be patient. That's what this is about. And while you're being patient, let your own creativity begin to develop. What is it you want to do next? What is it? If everything were in perfect order, and you had the opportunity to do anything you wanted to do, you have to sit back and say, what is it I'd like to do? Because this isn't going to last forever. Does it change society? It does. But it isn't going to last forever. And when we're back to more of a normal, if that's ever going to happen again, but back to more of a normal state of things, then you're ready.
Okay.
And, you've whether everybody knows it or not, you're a planner. And there's that part of you that likes to have your ducks in a row. And right now, you have to let those ducks float around a little.
Whack, whack. Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Gabrielle, you have that 30 that you're born on. And you're going into, on your birthday, 9/30/2020, you're going into what we call the Tower, a 16/7 year. Well, what does that mean? Well, the Tower says everything that does not support you will be taken down so that the right structures will be created. So you may see some things. People sometimes look at that card and they go, oh, I don't want that card, blah, blah, blah. It's one of the best cards in the deck. You can't have change the way you want it to be without the Tower, without 16/7 coming through. So you will be in that year from 9/30/2020 to 9/30/2021. When you go into a 17/8 year, which is where we are today, it's a 17/8 day, you've got a whole year of tremendous money and success coming towards you. Now, as far as moving, are you still in your relationship?
Yes.
Because the card I chose was the Prince, the Prince of Cups. And how much of a decision about your moving has to do with, is it Michael? I've forgotten.
Michael, yeah.
How
A
much?
lot, yeah.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
It's almost like a lot of it is stemming on him. So can I ask where you're thinking about moving?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was back to Hawaii, then that changed, then maybe Northern California, but I don't know now. And
I think Dorothy really hit it. I don't think you will know until you go through the next 6 to 9 months. I would, are you unhappy down there? Are you okay down there in LA?
yeah, I'm fine. It's just, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know sometimes it's really hard just to stay put.
It is.
During a pandemic and everything else, but I think that was really smart. And also, I think there's something that's coming with this guy. Something that he's going to show to you or say to you, or actually what they're saying is it's a realization that your partner's going to come into. It's going to really make you decide, push you to decide where you're going. How does he feel about going to Hawaii?
He does not want to move there.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's hard for you to make those decisions in some ways. And you have a lot of freedom, really, if you want to have a lot of freedom. Are you still doing the wedding?
No.
That? Stop that.
Yeah.
But I meant for the future. You're not going to do it in the future?
No.
So it's a redo.
It is.
New do. Because 16/7 says, we're going to clean you up. We're going to take the bricks down that don't fit in the mortar any longer, and we're going to build a structure that's going to support you for the next 11 years.
Oh, good.
So, it's like you're in the shower and you're sloughing off all this stuff that you've been holding. You don't have to hold it anymore. It's a really important year for you.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Very good.
My sense is just right now, just be patient. Don't
Yes,
try to push yourself, and don't try to make. It's kind of like making a cake.
Yeah.
You have to wait until it bakes before you can eat it.
The thing with Hawaii, it's a very split screen when I look at it, because of course we want people to work, and we want we want your wonderful home, my favorite place in the whole world, to be working and everything to be going on. However, Hawaii is a very innocent place in many ways, far more innocent than the mainland, I believe, because they procured so much of the indigenous ways, and they're still sweeping through the wind of the island, so to speak, and through the blossoms. I think if you open the doors too early to Hawaii, it's going to be very bad news. So I would pray for myself and my selfishness, because I love Hawaii so much. I would say, please don't do it yet. Don't do it. I don't want to see Hawaii spike. Oahu already has, and it's in the process, right?
Oh, I know.
And they're starting. They didn't have any cases on the Big Island. Now they're starting to get cases there. I don't think that happened.
That's what I mean. They don't do the proper testing and kind of overseeing it correctly.
Yeah. So I see. I think I would put light around that beautiful home that has so much sacred energy on that land. It's so beautiful, and see it complete unto itself right now, and that it will continue to bring in great people, make money for you all, and all of that, and let go and see what impassions you, where you're headed for yourself. I think there's new stuff coming from you. Is Michael in good health?
Yes.
Okay, good. It seems like a move is inevitable. I don't think you're going to stay in LA. I don't feel that. I don't feel like it serves you anymore.
No. Okay.
In fact, I think it's crowding you in some respect. So I'm sure, I don't know. It's too early to know where you're going. It's just the vision isn't here. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, John Marshall.
Hey there.
There he is.
Hi, John.
Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Simone.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You look good.
Busy as ever.
What's your question today?
I guess, is there anything that I could be doing that I'm not doing that would facilitate all this growth and change and that's going on at the moment?
Simone?
Well, I'm laughing because I'm looking at your 9/10/2020, which will begin on your birthday, another Virgo. You go into total freedom, and 14/5. And so then I want to ask you, what does freedom mean to you?
Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being able to do anything and go anywhere.
Okay. And you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the way it's set up right now, but in the big picture of things, mm-hmm. This will last forever. We just all have to readopt, right? Readapt. It's interesting. I was giggling about your question because 9/10/2020 is a 14/5 year, and that talks about your versatility and so many things you do well. I know you do real estate, and then you're this incredible healer that travels all over Europe and all that stuff. So, yeah, Dorothy, I ought to pull a card.
Yeah, pull a card. While she's doing that, John, one of the things that the first time I met you, I felt like I'd known you forever, and you have this incredible energy that everybody sort of just is attracted to magnetically, but also, and I don't want to. I'll just say it anyway. There's a part of you that, because you're so empathetic and you tend to tune in to people. And I'm going to say you're learning, and a necessary lesson for you too. You're learning not to hold other people's energies and other people's emotions. It isn't healthy for you. And not that you're not healthy, you are. But at this point in your life, it's really important that you begin to leave other people's emotions to themselves. Don't take in other people's emotions. At this point in your life, it is inappropriate for your own health and wellness on all levels, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's important for you to get to that place where you leave other people's feelings and emotions to themselves because they don't belong to you. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, absolutely. That's been coming up a lot lately. Learning to let people be where they are, and to step back and just let them have their space to be where they are.
Yeah, it's not in this lifetime. It's not your responsibility to direct people so that they can live a better life. It's your responsibility to show people, and then let them do with that whatever they will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see that.
That was interesting. John, I just realized when I was thinking about you this morning, I was looking at the list of people and getting all fired up. The Ho'oponopono little brochure you made for our meditation class fell out of the case onto the floor.
Uh-huh.
I put it on the desk here because of the beautiful prayers in it. And that was really one of the nicest evenings I've been a part of with a teacher in many, many, many years. And I believe there's something about that thing falling out of the bookcase today. I don't know how much teaching you're doing about Ho'oponopono, but and just even the way you put that booklet together. Locke, who had noticed nothing about Ho'oponopono, ate it like it was cake. I couldn't get it away from him. He took it in the bedroom. I said, give it to me, give it to you. Give it to me. I mean, you have a way of understanding on those deeper levels so quickly. And I'd love to see you do a series of Ho'oponopono things online. I'd like to see that. And because it's not very well known in the United States, it is for a chosen few, maybe like A Course in Miracles, although not that popular. But it could be, especially now. And if you could even draw how, in the big picture, what all this is, excuse me, the chaos and everything that's going on, there's something much larger that's being born. And the forgiveness aspect in all of us that's going on with the consciousness, I think would be really, really, really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You got the card of disappointment, and I wondered what you're disappointed with right now. Or is someone around you disappointed?
I don't know that it's disappointment as it is frustrating a little bit. The whole climate is just so strange. I've got a lot of rentals, and there's lots of rentals around, and people are being, discriminating, and it's just that everything that I do is having to be done differently. So it's sometimes a little challenging.
Mm-hmm. And I know you understand that on different levels.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, and what I was trying to say before, or what was trying to say through me, is that I'd like to see you teach something on the high road of what's happening.
Well, that's kind of the message I've been getting, actually. And I think with the Amine Zoom meetings that we've started to do, I'm starting to get energy to build up to do, I think, more of them. And Ho'oponopono certainly could be one of them.
It's so wonderful. And so lovely listening to each other. And we often say that a reading for one is a reading for all, because we're all really the same soul. So I'm sure that there were bits and pieces for each one of you that meant something to you as well. And I had fun.
Yeah. I hope we answered your questions, and in a way that lets you absorb that and do something with it. And because all of you are safe, you know, each one of us is safe. And all we have to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other and doing what we know to do.
And trusting.
And trusting.
My teacher says trust and faith is the name of the game. Even with all this going on, don't lose that thread. Hold on to it. It's your lifeline.